Hello friends, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends and welcome to another edition of Hashtag Tony's October ATC Challenge. And go check out Tony's page at Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts. She does have a playlist of all the prompts, and you can always just click on the hashtag as well to see what everybody is making. Today is Tuesday, October 21st, and our prompt is skull. Of course, I try not to do the obvious skull. I have hundreds of them. I really should use them because skulls really are not my favorite thing in the world to use. But I like to be different. I want to do something that someone else will not be doing. So I had this piece of paper, my scraps, and since the index cards are only 3 inches by 5 inches, I'm like, I might as well use scraps and use them up. Well, this piece of paper, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a watercolor it's embossed with little, they kind of look like frost pattern. Like when the frost, settles real quick, when the ice settles on the window real quick and it leaves the frost when you breathe on something and it instantly freezes. That's the embossing pattern. And I really like the watercolor stained paper look. However, if you stamp on it, it makes your stamp look dirty. So with that being said, I'll show you what I did. And the reason I use this paper is because the colors matched really, really good with my monkey tarot card. And we have a skull here. And then we have another skull inside this little umbilical cord bubble, which kind of reminds me of a floating helmet, one of those sci-fi type of things. And then I have this sticker that came from Temu last year of a skeleton monkey. I have a little charm of a skull and crossbones, and I added a flower brad to go with all the flowers on that tarot. And my little flying monkey from the Wizard of Oz stamps. And as you can tell, the bottom of this paper is where most of the color was. And when I stamped on there, I'm like, oh, it just looks dirty now. I'm like, I didn't think that through, and I wasn't planning on coloring him in. He was just gonna be, floating around, but I decided, okay, now that I've done it and it looks dirty, I have to color him in. So I colored his little uniform jacket with the denim blue color with red and green lapels and stripes, and then his matching little socks, the same colors. I added what were gold, maybe it was silver, I don't know. I think, no, they were supposed to be gold stickles, but I think the ink on the coat was still wet, and so was the ink, the stamp, that it discolored my stickles. And they look like blue buttons now. It's no big deal. Who cares what colors they are? They're shiny. And then I did add Wink of Stella to his nose and his eyes and his ears, and his ears were supposed to be brown, and they are definitely not brown. So not quite sure what happened with him, but it's okay. I love him. He's cute. And used the stamp Flying Monkeys from my Wizard of Oz set and added this little bead trim, and that is my skull page for today, Tuesday, October 21st. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow's prompt is deadly drink. So I'll see you then. Bye.